Well, hello, my babies! Today's topic is going to be about the difference between an electric keyboard and an acoustic piano. So, let's get to this. My name is Joshua, and welcome to our second channel. So now, if you're asking me, what the heck is an electric keyboard? It's a keyboard that is made with electric. There are two kinds of composers. Composers who write with pencil and the composers who write with computer. So even classical composers in this generation uses electric keyboard. It's usually composed for electronic dance music, even used for film scores. But if the reason of you wanting to buy an electric keyboard is because you want to practice on it, that's a bit of a different story. It's because when you are performing or practicing a certain instrument, there's a certain limitation. It's usually around $100 to $1,000. I even seen a $2,000 keyboard before. But it also depends on what particular brand you're looking for. Usually when there's full-size keyboard, it's more expensive. Or when it's a small-size keyboard, it's a bit cheaper. But there are some pieces that you have to practice that are actually a full-size keyboard. So if you're wanting to buy a small-size keyboard because of budget, it's your decision. But if you're buying an electric keyboard for composition, you don't really need to judge you're gonna buy a small-size or a big-size keyboard because you can still write great music with small-size keyboards. There are digital pianos, which is a little bit different to electric keyboards because the digital piano looks like this. Some sites say that it's around $500 to $2,000 for digital pianos. But if I'm being honest here, I've actually seen a couple of digital pianos that are over $2,000. So now let's talk about an acoustic piano. Oh my gosh, I forgot to turn on this stupid light. Have you ever heard of a clavicitherium before? Clavicitherium is basically a harpsichord where it's shaped horizontally higher. The reason why it's shaped like this is because they wanted to make a bit of a room around that instrument. It looks very damn acrobatic for some reason. The question I would ask is this a good instrument? Now, no matter how much I try to research this, I can't even find a specific picture or a painting of this instrument with a famous composer on it. It's like it never existed in the first place. So I was like, why the hell is this instrument not so popular? So I checked it out. According to riff, a fairly heavy touch and unresponsive action. Damn, unresponsive. So there are quite a few negative criticism about this instrument. But why did I mention this? Because I'm all about the originality of the upright piano. Because the upright piano actually came from the idea of clavicitherium. Because of clavicitherium, the upright piano was born. It all thanks to Robert Warnum. Is that how you pronounce his name? I think it's Warnum or Vornum. Oh wait, he's from London. So now this is what an upright piano actually looks like. Now take a look at that. That looks unique and very sexy. So if you press the key down on the digital piano, this is what the side view looks like. This indication right here is the balance point, and you can see that the distance between that balance point and the back of that key is very short. So you have to imagine that every time when you're pressing this key down, it's like you're pressing down a light switch every time whenever you're playing a different or the same note. But when you're pressing down the acoustic piano, the distance is so much bigger and you can feel the weight from the back to front of the entire keyboard, which is why there are some digital pianos that can't create different dynamics. The upright piano, the hammers are facing sideways and the strings are also standing up sideways, which basically limits the speed of these little damn hammers. But the grand pianos, the hammers are hitting up onto the strings above the hammers, which allows a stronger and much more powerful projection from the keyboard. And it's because of the hammers function with gravity below, which naturally drops the hammer faster compared to the upright piano. I mean, there are a lot of bad things about an upright piano when you compare it to electric keyboard, because for an electric keyboard, you can carry it anywhere you go. For an upright piano, but you have to understand, sometimes when you carry a big instrument, all you need to look for is a venue, concert hall, or theater that has a piano. When you think about it, when you're performing an instrument that is a grand piano, you are already a professional musician. And of course, if you're judging by the sound, it's already completely different compared to the upright and the grand piano. So if you're performing an upright piano on a gigantic stage. And second of all, the most common thing that people always talk about when it comes to the difference between an upright and a grand piano, the pedals. There are 3 pedals in a grand piano and an upright piano. So first we have a damper pedal and the soft pedal. The right pedal, aka the damper pedal, aka the sustained pedal, is a pedal that we commonly use whenever we want to sustain all the sounds from the instrument. But the left pedal, aka the soft pedal, aka una corda, is basically a pedal that tones down the sound of the instrument. But the main different part is that middle pedal. The upright piano middle pedal actually makes the sound completely covered. It's called the mute pedal. What does the middle pedal on a grand piano do? This middle pedal is actually called sostenuto pedal, which sostenuto in Italian means sustain. So what does it do? So you press a note on the keyboard and you press the sostenuto pedal at the same time, and now you play the other note after that, which is unsustained. So basically, that's one of the reasons why professional pianists and piano students need a grand piano. And most importantly, whenever the students who are preparing for competitions or examination or auditions, they always use a grand piano. And so it's such a very sad idea if you don't get the chance to actually practice with a grand piano. Now, I'm going to show you an example how different it sounds when you're playing a same piece of music on these 4 different instruments. You see? Very different. All of them are very different. So when someone tells me an upright piano is exactly the same as a grand piano, it's exactly the same as how someone is telling me a really nice sports car is exactly the same as $1 million sports car, which obviously we all know that it's not true. So if you tell me that all the pianos are exactly the same, well then you're for a luck because you get hit by that car! So, do you agree with my lecture? If you disagree or if you have any other topics that you want me to talk about, leave the comment down below, then I will see you in the next lecture. My name is Joshua Parkim, and as always, take care. Bye bye!